Alrighty, mic check. 1, 2. Mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are live. Mic check. 1, 2. All right. Let me go ahead and do a little housekeeping here. This is an up late. This is a special edition podcast. You know, I got off of work today and, I came home and, nibbled on some vittles. You know how that goes. Went to got me a nice buffalo chicken sandwich somewhere, and just kind of came in to all this news. I knew about AMD's financial thing. So I just I'm just glad a lot of information came out today. A lot of cheeks got busted today. A lot of butthurt fanboys. I'm calling this a special edition. So kind of a West Coast edition. Hopefully some of the West Coast brethren are able to jump on and go from there. What is going on, people? As you can see there, I've tapped the old Kentucky. Dave D, what is going on? Mega Dave O, yo, what is happening? That's right. PS-5 RDNA, baby. According to AMD. AMD confirmed RDNA 2 today during their meeting today. So what is going on? So put the word out. Like and share. Like and share, ladies and gentlemen. Just donate a like. That's all I'm asking for. Hit that share button. Hit that share button. Elysium Core, what are you doing, brother? What is happening, Model Razi? So games trailers, how are you doing? Man, oh man. What a day. What a day. So let me do a little something else here. Let me open up one more window. Shadow the Ghost, how are you doing, brother? Oh, it is celebration day today. I mean, just all this stuff that gets confirmed today. I mean, the man is correct. So, let's see, the keys for the gym is ready. Okay. Let me compose an email. So, all right, I'm not for sure what that is about. Just want some people to pop in. So what did you all think of today's news? The Ghost of Tsushima getting a confirmation? I mean, I know nobody was ready for the Ghost of Tsushima. So, I mean, was anybody, did anybody else get surprised by the Ghost of Tsushima? Straight fire. I did watch that early today. And shout out to everybody who did, who did the videos on that, because that's what I watched. I think Sick Humor. Shout out to Sick Humor. He jumped back on. So shout out to the big homie Sick for jumping back on. And just think about what you're gonna be playing if you want on that PlayStation ecosystem. I mean, you got Grand Blue Fantasy Versus came out. If you want to play it, excuse me, you got Neo 2 coming out. Again, if you want to play the hack and slash type of game. You've got what's going on, Brigadier William Beast. How you doing, brother? How are you doing, man? So, certainly hope that yeah, D-Batch. I mean, this all anybody. Yeah, this is they had a bad day today. They had a bad day today, and it's gonna get worse when Sony announces how powerful their console is. So, but no, they had a bad day today. But yeah, the Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, but you got I mean, you got MLB The Show coming out in a couple weeks. You got Predator Hunting Grounds coming out in a few weeks. Final Fantasy VII's coming out. The Last of Us Part 2. You got VR games coming. And you got Ghost of Tsushima with the release date. I mean, that I ain't gonna lie, I did not see that one coming. I thought that game would be a July game. I thought they would announce that game in July. Ah. So what was the biggest surprise of the day, folks? King Thrash, what's happening, brother? Do what you do, King Thrash. Do what you do. Somebody talked to me about that RDNA. That RDNA 2. Not only, I mean, it was confirmed by one of the lead developers at AMD. Walked out there on stage today and for like 15, 20 minutes. Just somebody whose last name is Wang. I mean, when your last name is Wang, you know you ain't gonna Wang Chung. He wanged it all the way out. He wiggled and he wanged, and he got that RDNA 2 coming for that PS-5. So Ghost of Tsushima does is like a big old bag of snacks. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that does look good. I mean, I kind of had reservations on that. That game does look good. I certainly hope it is good. It looks good. It looks good. But you know what's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna say, we got to see what White Zaddy says. Now, I would have much rather seen. I want to see more gameplay. Like I'm a gameplay guy. Okay, so yeah, Corey Master, you right about that. Um, it's a, I just I'm a gameplay guy, so I'm disappointed in the lack of gameplay. I got to keep it even kill. I got to keep it even kill. So, but realistically, I don't like the fact. I don't like the fact that we don't have enough gameplay. Hopefully, we get more gameplay. I'm sure we will. But that release date, oh my gosh, that did surprise me. Mm. Ah, well, I mean, anybody who thought that, anybody who thinks that the Xbox Series X is going to have things that the PlayStation doesn't is, they're going to get their cheeks busted. I mean, it's that simple. It is that simple. I don't know what else to say anymore. So, about it. I mean, I sat right here and I said, look, both the Series X and the PlayStation are going to be doing the exact same things. They're just going to do them a little bit differently. Not that big a deal. So, yeah, I mean, again, I don't blame people for pre-ordering that game, but they haven't shown enough gameplay for me. Not yet. I mean, they got to give me a gameplay trailer. I mean, something like we saw, a little bit back. So yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it was a story trailer, and that's fine. I'm very impressed, but I need to see a little more wiggle. I got to see a little more wiggle for me to get my money out on that. So just FYI for me personally, I got to see a little more gameplay. But oh yeah, color me impressed with that game and that release date. I mean, you got games coming out. I mean, realistically, when does I mean, you're in the midst of it now. Grand Blue Fantasy Versus is out if you want to play it. So what next week? Does Neo 2 come out next week? The original gameplay, yeah, the original gameplay trailer did look good. I mean, so not and I like what it said today. It said captured on a PS4 Pro. So yeah, and I don't blame anybody who says that the gameplay that we saw before is enough. That's fine. That is fine. But yeah, that I'm color me impressed though. that shocked the heck out of me when I saw. I think it was Sick Humor who had that first. Who was talking about it first. At least that I saw this morning. And then I think Muscle Bound Gamer did a video on it. So but yeah, that that RDNA 2 thing, man. Oh my god. So, oh my God, Cheeks got busted today. I mean, the whole XBOTS community is in full retreat. You got that Final Fantasy demo that people are still streaming and playing. So, hmm. Ah, let's see here. Already. Last week. So yeah. So yeah, you got that coming. You got the Resident Evil game coming. If you want to play the Resident Evil 3 game, I mean, again, I won't be playing it, but yeah, yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying this. I am eating this up. So what is going on, Jemiah Dixon? I am in the um RGT Porch Light podcast thing. If you want to jump on. It's open. I don't know if you can stay up that late though. You probably got to go to work in the morning. I'm off, but anybody wants to jump on, I'm in the Porch Light podcasting on Discord, and the channel is open to discuss the cheats that got busted today. Anybody wants to jump on? So Jemiah's at work. He can't do it. So somebody is saying that the bots are mad about the RDNA 2. Why are they mad about that? Um what are they mad about? What are they saying? I mean, again, I was at work when all this went down. I did watch that though. What's up, Junk Taco Gamer? Tron, you wanna jump on? You wanna jump on and talk about pulling out? So somebody called Astro Whiteness. Oh my goodness. Did you make me to put witness? So why are they mad about the PSVR? So so you can jump on, Tron. I'm in that Discord for Porch Light Podcast. You jumped on last week, I think. So since you got dudes already saying that AMD, yeah, they did. I watched it. I put the let's see here. Let me make sure I put the correct links in the description there. As they like to say in the hood. Yeah, that YouTube. I got the AMD conference right there. I mean, again, they confirmed it at like the 45-minute mark. They confirmed it. So, you know. What were they saying? Shout out to Z. What were they saying on his show? I mean, again, from what I saw, and I can't pull that up. I mean, I might be. I sure can. I don't know how to pull that up on this screen. I got to learn how to do that. But look, roughly at the 45-minute mark, there's a guy up there named Wang. So, yeah, I mean, you're right, the Almighty Spartan God. You have to give you the link. What, to the Discord? I thought you've already been on here before. I have no idea how to give out the link. Yeah, it's Ryan's Discord. It's the RGT Discord. Just go to that Discord and go to the RGT Army, and it's under there to say the Porch Light Podcast. It's a subsidiary of the RGT Podcast. I thought you had been on it before. So. Harry Tron, what's happening? This is a little West Coast action for everybody. So their piece of hardware will be on par. Well, the consoles, Eric, are going to be fairly close together. Oh, thank you, Almighty Spartan God. There's the link. So there's the link. So y'all playing? Yeah, I've played a little bit of it. I'm going to stream it tomorrow when I get done running around. I got some stuff to do tomorrow, but yeah, I'll be streaming that tomorrow. Was the Thread Ripper confirmed? There is no Thread Ripper confirmed yet. Not yet. So you all got to admit that's the best troll that you've ever seen, though. Yeah, Corey, I agree. I'm pumped. So, okay, let me see if I can do that here. I'll make a warped attempt. Let's see here. No, I don't see where it says invite. I see user settings. See disconnect, go live. No, I do not see it. But he dropped the Discord link in there. Anybody wants to jump on and talk about this RDNA 2 news? I mean, to me, when you got people saying it's not going to have it, I don't get it. So Harry Tron, did Horizon Zero Dawn confirms on PC yet? Nope, not that I saw today. Not that I saw today. So, but I could be wrong. I mean, again, let me make that clear. I was at work, so you all would know better than me. So,
How you doing?
Whoa! Hold on, let me turn that up. I gotta go find this here. Alrighty. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, what's happening, Tron?
I'm doing good. Sorry, I'm a little congested right now.
Oh, okay. Is everything okay?
Huh?
Is everything
Yeah,
else
I'm
okay?
good.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's good.
Well, my gosh. So, well, how are things going on the left coast?
Why are you asking? it's kind of sour out here.
Really?
I guess that's what it. Yeah.
Yeah, there
It's
is
not
an
sweet.
echo coming from you, Tron.
Oh, that's just normal. That's normal.
Oh, well.
I'll fix it. I'll fix it.
She will fix it. Somebody says you have such a cute voice.
No, I don't. Okay, is there still echo?
I don't hear one. Well, I hear one on my end. Let me turn down my audio. Maybe that's better. No, that's better.
Okay. I'm a little stuffy, and I'm going to be stuffy for a while, so.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, how was the news today? I saw where Sony came out and busted some more cheeks today.
Oh, yeah, I saw it, too. It was actually pretty funny because I didn't really expect much to, like, I didn't really expect, like, I'm not really tripping about it because at the end of the day, this is all just pure entertainment, and I I can't predict any of these companies what they're gonna do. They're just gonna do what they can. And as far as I know, Sony's been quiet, but they're still pushing out stuff for everybody. So everyone's saying, "Oh, they're not doing anything special," but I'm saying like they're showing you games. Consoles later, games now. Microsoft is showing you a console, but games later. You see what I'm saying? So it's sort of like they're both doing things on the opposite, but they're going by what the fans want. And most of the time, one group talks more about specs and hardware. The other one talks about software and sometimes some specs and stuff. But in that, you got the PC group is like, we're just waiting for games going to PC. That's it. Every now and then they'll talk about their specs, but they'll get back on the specs. But they've been really hardcore on both sides. Especially, I've been seeing arguments on the Xbox and PC side, and I'm seeing, it's like it's not even a big deal because at the end of the day, this is not but this is hardware for the company. You don't really own these hardwares.
True.
You don't own it. So why are we treating hardware like a person? It's not a person.
Well, are
If
you
you want to
more of a
build
software girl or are you a hardware girl? I'm just asking.
Oh shit. If I'm a more software because I'm like a person who's with the games,
Mm,
what's coming out and stuff. I'm all for that. So,
well,
but sadly, I have to. I'm taking a break off a lot of stuff because other things has happened, and I want to like focus on my health at this point.
oh yeah, if you got a
Everything
stuffy
else,
nose, did you take some Robitussin?
it's more like allergies.
Oh,
So somewhat, yeah, I take a little bit. I have to take some liquid, but right now it's more my allergies, so more like a Benadryl.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, well, I hope you sound that Luis Esteban says you sound cute. That's what they're saying in the chat.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, she's got a stuffy nose. How do you have allergies in the West Coast? I thought everything was dry heat.
That's the problem. I live in the valley.
Oh, now you couldn't live out here past the Mississippi. You be getting
Actually,
crushed.
depending on the, actually it's different because I'm actually, if you think about it, we have what's called a delta air. We have the hills and stuff. So what it is, the delta air is like one of the cool breezes from the ocean, like close, like not far from me, and it comes over the hills. We get those drafts, and that's when we get fires. That's what starts a lot of fires. Is that wind, the delta wind? Because some of that wind is, I call it visible wind at times, because you can go outside. It doesn't look like it's blowing in the wind, like nothing is really blowing until you go out there. You're pushed right back inside your house. That's how strong the winds are. So that's why I call it somewhat like a visible wind. But that's
Mm.
just, yeah.
Well, did you see anything today that made you excited? I guess it was Ghost of Tsushima because it was
Oh, that was
software.
beautiful. Like, I'm all about like art. I'm really into the art scene of games. And people don't understand, but me and a few other people, we talk about like the artistic of games, more cartoony or realistic, semi, um, down to maybe, like dreams right now.
Mm.
And I wish Project Sparks was still around because that would be a really good, people could do a better comparison between those two than Minecraft and Dreams. Because I think Project Spark would did a really good job if people actually took the time to buy it.
Hmm.
Was it out? Was it out? Was that canceled or they was that
Project
or
Spark. I
Spark?
think
Is it
they
called Project?
canceled it.
They canceled it. I thought
Hmm.
that was. Well, it would be kind of cool if people actually bought it. I thought that was already out. Oh, those were demos. I take that back, you guys. It was demos.
Hmm.
Sorry, it was a demo. But I saw people actually create some stuff from that too. So what happened? Why did they cancel that one?
I don't know. Same reason they think 12 T flops is going to make a difference.
Those 12 T-Flops could have made some awesome games. I'm just saying. I would love to see a comparison. I actually like creativity in games, and I really like Concrete Genie. I still
Mhm.
gotta go buy that one. I know people are like, oh, that game sucks, but at the same time, I kind of want to buy it because I kind of like that kind of environment
Mhm.
type of games. I'm always because I grew up with a lot of those type of games. You know, we all grew up with those little cartoony games and stuff. We didn't come to get to realistic games until, so I guess we admit Sony kind of brought out a lot of those type of games. You know, some
Mm.
of them were on PC, but when it came to be on the console and seeing more realistic, well, not the hyper realistic stuff, but enough like computer graphic, generated characters, they start to, develop over time. And then you had like Sega Saturn, who was going beyond that until not Sega Saturn. I'll take that back. Dreamcast, Sega's Dreamcast was the best one, but until bankruptcy with Sega with their issues, so that just Sony, and then later on Xbox, and it's just we getting more realistic in our games except for cartooniness, but that's coming back because I'm not gonna lie, but I get bored with the same thing over again. So I kind of want to get Dreams as well.
Okay. Are you gonna get grounded?
Grounded. I don't have an Xbox, so I can't say that, or a PC at the moment.
Uh
But
oh.
if I had a, huh?
I said, uh oh.
Yeah, I don't have
Aren't you gonna
neither
get
of
the
them.
Xbox Series X?
Xbox Series X.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what they're gonna come out.
Mm.
We'll see if it's only for the Xbox though.
Oh.
If they actually bring something out, but that's gonna be a while. That's
Mm.
gonna be a very long while because you think about it. Like I said just earlier, not too long ago, I'm hearing more of the hardware instead of like games that people are actually excited about. Um,
And you're a softy girl. You want to hear more about software, like the games and
yeah,
stuff like that.
games and stuff. Yeah, that's why I'm saying I'm not really console really give a shit about PS5 like that or the or the Series X. I just when they come out, but I always wait till a year later or two because we know that those games are going to those consoles going to have problems. Either they're going to overheat, and that's the one thing we have not heard anything about. Did they ever talk about? That's the one thing. What about the cooling factor? Like, is this consoles already been tested by heating issues? Are we going to hear jet engines in a PlayStation or some type of?
Yeah, we don't
Are
know.
we going to hear fire a fire started behind your freaking Xbox X? That's what I want to know. I want to know if they ever solved that problem.
Yeah, we're gonna find out. Ah, they
So
said I still have an echo.
you still have an echo? I'm sorry. Oh well, you're just gonna deal with the echoes. Cause I can't figure it out myself. I can't figure out why there's an echo. I can't. I can't. I put the echo canceling on here and it still acts up. But
Mm.
I'll let you guys know I'm on my phone, so it could be the type of
Oh,
phone I have.
that'll do it.
And I'm on the phone. I'm not on the computer. I'm not on the tablet. I'm on the phone.
Oh.
So
Well,
that's why you're hearing echoes. But you guys been hearing echoes ever since I was on my computer too. So it doesn't matter.
I have it muted. I promise you guys. Everything on my YouTube page is muted. Yeah, everything's muted. I have it muted.
On your YouTube page?
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
It says here my stream health is strong. It says here long and strong. So, but y'all gotta hit the like button. So y'all are
How
lazy.
many likes you got? Do you have a
Not
dislike count?
enough. I'm over here getting
Do
what's
you got
that?
a dislike?
I have 2 dislikes.
Oh, you guys gave 2 dislike when I came in here. Jerk.
Yes, this is Echo the Dolphin. So
No.
did Snow Bunny kill you twice for the Crumb Side Championship in wrestling?
Oh yeah. Fatal Shards. Crowside Championship. Yes, I have died twice. Snow Bunny has won.
Do you think Grounded to go to the Switch?
does look like. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if that game went on the Switch. You know why? Because it does have that element of. I can totally see it be on the Switch.
Mm.
I can see it to be on the Switch. I do see that.
Well,
It,
honey, I shrunk the
it does.
diabetic gamer. That's what somebody said.
I just showed the type in. You know what? I wouldn't mind trying the game to see like a demo of it myself and see how it plays because I think it's still in production, so it's not completely done.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously they're going to fix up the issues with it, but so far it looks very cutesy, like a cutesy survivor for children. So
Well, Fatal Sharad, you can just use Fleece Johnson's look likeness for me for the Crumb Side Wrestling thing. I'll just be Fleece Johnson
oh my god.
and just say I like you and I want you.
No.
Oh, that was funny though. Somebody did that for that Dragon Ball thing. That was one of the funniest I've ever seen in my life. So, but yeah. So, what
So
do you think
how's
about
the
RDNA two, Tron?
RDA2?
Yeah, RDNA
Is
two,
that like
not R two
it's
D
like
two,
ray is that like
RDNA.
ray tracing?
It
Is
might
that
have
the
some
ray
ray
tracing
tracing in it.
stuff? Oh.
It's gonna be
I don't know
8K
much
too.
about specs, but
Mhm.
I don't know much about specs, but so can you inform me what is RDA2 or yeah.
I don't know what it is. We're gonna be talking about it more this week, though. I promise you.
Oh
It's a big
jeez.
deal.
You bring it up and you don't even talk about it.
Well, I mean, it's been confirmed for the PS-5.
Well, you know, well, it's my question. Is it supposed to make the game smooth, better, real smooth, or is it supposed to like help with the
Oh yeah, they're gonna be smooth
speed?
and buttery, smooth and buttery. So it's like
What kind of?
it's AMD's latest technology, RDNA two. So instead of RDNA
I
one, it's RDNA two, just like the Xbox Series X.
I have a question for you about this. Okay, so we're going to talk about a little about specs.
Uh oh.
Why are the people who are supposed to be in the PC market but rooting for the Xbox are considered they're still getting things wrong, but they're not really, they're supposed to be PC savvy, but at the same time they talk more about Xbox than the PC. So
What do you? I mean, what do you mean as far as?
I mean, I've been looking at people who claim to be like, oh well, I have knowledge about PC stuff, but at the same time, they tend to talk about the Xbox more than their PC. Your PC is like your per. I will admit, your PC is technically your personal. It's your custom gaming or whatever you want to do with your PC, but you customize it. You should already know what you're expecting and what you're getting.
Mhm.
But when you spend the whole time talking about Xbox or even even sometimes the PlayStation, but I'm talking about more like Xbox guys because I feel like you talk about it, but you in the same time you still don't know the specs yourself, but you're talking as if you're a expert. Maybe somebody in the chat could elaborate that because I'm not understanding how you be into PC, but you talk about the Xbox, but you still don't know much about the specs.
Oh, that's
It's
simple.
confusing.
That's because they're moist. So they're gonna talk about stuff they don't
How
know
moist
about.
are they?
They're talking about
How
stuff they don't
moist
know
are they?
about. That's pretty moist.
Oh, how moist are they? That's my question.
Well, I mean, if I am talking about something that I don't really understand, then that makes me pretty moist on a scale from 1 to 10. Like Cloud's sword in Final Fantasy VII. Somebody said his sword is to help butter the biscuits. That's why it's so big.
Oh,
So
um, okay. I'm just more like when I come in here and talk about cheat smashing, butter biscuits, and all this stuff. I just feel like,
Well, not butter biscuits,
huh?
butter biscuits. It's a
Oh,
difference.
butter biscuits.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, butter your biscuits. I don't know. Butter your stones, whatever you want to call it. Oh, God.
Well, yeah, I mean that's why they're talking about specs. You know, like I said, they're like that
Should you?
thing.
But my question is, should you be? My question is like, okay, here's my other question. Should you be like searching up new games or games that are already on the console? That just goes, like I like when I look at the Switch. I sometimes I look at the Switch, and thanks to Snow Bunny, she's been really informing me about the Switch a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed that there's always games coming every month, week, and there's always something new.
Mm-hmm.
And people like and I could like shoot. Even some Switch users are really bad at this too, but they only talk about what's popular. It goes to like everyone just goes by what's popular, but there's always games coming out. And I just want to know, why is it so hard for the gaming community to just realize, like, dude, there's still games coming out, but you guys only talk about what is popular.
You mean for each platform?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, when you
like
look at what Sony's got, they've got something called Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. Neo 2's coming out. MLB
I'm
The
still
Show's
waiting for
coming
the
out.
relink. Yeah, I'm waiting for the relink for Grand Blue Fantasy.
Okay, yeah.
Um, yeah, that's coming out, and then there's also the new Guilty Gear that's coming out too. I'm
Yeah.
excited about. Um, there's also what else is coming out? Guilty Gear, Grand Blue Fantasy. I know I haven't got the Grand Blue Fantasy verses because right now I'm low on cash.
Uh-oh.
To be honest, um, yeah, I yeah, is a long story. Um,
Well, if you're playing a lot of
uh,
software, it makes sense that you're kind of low on cash. We're all going to be low on
well,
cash after this next 150 days. I mean, when you're talking about the Last of Us Part Two, nobody's talking about that today.
oh, I'm hearing people are excited about the TV show that's supposed to be coming out on HBO.
I'm not. I don't like the
I
show.
know
I don't like the
people
showrunner.
are.
I don't like the showrunner.
It's for the people who are huge fans of the series, want to watch the show. And I was like, okay.
Well, I guess.
Well, I mean, people are still waiting for Uncharted to become a show, but that's been like set back so many times because different directors.
Yeah. Well, that is also because of Tom Holland's film schedule. Because the director be ready to shoot, and Tom Holland can't get free because he's got a. I think he's gonna have a part in Venom, and they're keeping it low key. So
Oh,
he may have a
oh, did
cameo.
you hear about D? Oh, did you hear about DC? DC supposed to go to a convention, but they canceled it because due to the coronavirus scare.
Oh, that I didn't know.
Yeah. Yep.
So.
DC Comics. Yeah, they had to like cancel. They pulled out on that one as well. So we'll say that.
Well, I mean, they got to do with the World Health Organization is talking about. I mean, I don't have any problem with pulling out, but I know there are some people who think that people are afraid of things. So
Yeah, that whole like afraid of Sony, and so that's why Sony was afraid of Microsoft. And I'm looking at him, and seeing here like, uh, California has a scare,
mm-hmm.
and I just found out Boston. I was on Twitter and I saw someone post about Boston having 3 people from this company having the coronavirus. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, what I just heard not too long ago, people were saying there's no coronavirus in Boston.
Well, it's in Tennessee. I think there's a confirmed case in Tennessee.
Yeah, it's more cases in Tennessee and everything else. I know dude, it's crazy.
I got a new sub, everybody. Shout out to the new sub. So
Whoa,
that's
who's
why that
that?
song played.
On
So
this, you got a sub.
yeah, that's pretty cool. Hey, I'm over 1,200 subs, people. So
Nice.
yeah. So I'm excited.
Congratulations.
I know. I don't know what I'm doing here. I only wanted 50 subs. So yeah.
Was it 5 inch or foot long?
What's that? The sub?
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh no. You know, everybody knows what I'm about. So I ain't gonna answer that. So, you know. So
Talk
now,
about a sandwich.
yeah, talk
Like,
about
I
sandwiches,
can
people.
cook.
Don't get it
I looked
twisted.
at you, I'm like,
So, yes, game
oh
trailers keep
man.
saying I'm a fanboy. I'm on here talking about things that are true. I mean, I am the only person in the Xbox community that tells you the truth. Everybody else speculates. You know,
I speculate a lot, so
but you're not the messiah of Xbox. I am. So I don't speculate on things. So that's it's called the fat pipe there for the PlayStation 5 SSD. Yeah, don't time him out. He's here for the Xbox community. Okay, he knows I am the messiah of Xbox, and that's why he's here. Tron's the only one that they want to hear.
Jesus.
That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, Sony's SSD is allegedly faster than the Xbox, but it's more powerful than Xbox. I keep trying to tell people that. So, and nobody wants to believe it. So, yeah. Somebody thought only Colt and Dealer had all the facts. Well, pretty sure Colt said that Sony was going to have RDNA 1. I mean, there's people still pulling that tweet up. So yeah. So Fatal Sharad put me in the Xbox category. Yeah. We can do it the easy way or we can do it the hard way. I mean, it's your choice. I mean, you can either come here and listen to the truth and listen to what the fat pipe's about and pulling out and the $5 foot long and or not. I mean, you can listen to speculation. Look at what happened to poor D Batch today. I mean, look what happened to him. I mean, people are just they're shitting all over him on Twitter. And it's entertainment, like Tron said. We still there, Tron?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, yeah. So they're like Tron said, it's entertainment. But my God, I can't imagine waking up and this being a laughing stock like D Batch is. I mean, they nicknamed him the Canadian Con Man. So it's sad, man. Mm. Tron, what's your favorite drink?
My favorite?
Yeah, like if you sit down and the guy says, "Hey, order what you want," what do you get?
Cherry bomb.
What's that?
Oh, you put. Oh shoot! You put the cinnamon. It's a spice sweet drink.
Okay.
It's yeah, it's good. I forgot. I remember just. Like I said, I was in a bar in Alaska, and I
Mm-hmm.
had my very first hardcore drink. To me, it's hardcore. I had like 7 of those shots,
Oh shit.
and and I enjoy every last one. I'm not a lightweight, just so you know.
Mm.
And so I'm pretty much into like mostly I'm into like really like fruity drinks. But if you give me a hard one, I'll try it.
Like a Jack and Coke. You like a mixture of things, so you like the
Yeah, I
blue
like
ocean
Mister.
all that stuff.
Yeah, I do.
Oh. Do you just drink anything straight up? Like you had a tough day, you go to the store and you like
No,
Evan
I can't
Williams
do
or
that. It
oh.
burns. I tried to do that with Hennessy one time, and I'm just like, oh, I will never do that again.
You just drink Henny, no, not on the rocks, just straight from the bottle.
Nope, don't do that no more. I did it one time and never do it again.
What about Crown Royal? Yeah, Jill Scott did that song for him.
Oh,
That was
that was
nice.
good. Crown Royal. Oh,
Hmm.
that's good. You mix that up with you can mix that with Red Bull, and it
Hmm.
tastes really good.
Yeah, it's called a motorcycle mama. That's what we call them here. So, but yeah. Well, so you like fruity drinks? Well, that's cool. So, it has anybody else pulled out lately? I mean, I did see IBM pulled out of something. So, I mean, they did. It was like some big conference everyone had. That's why I was surprised AMD did this today. So, but I liked what they said about ray tracing. See, remember when I told you guys that ray tracing was overrated and it wasn't a big part of what was going on? So when that guy, Mr. Wang, came out and he pulled out his Wang and he said the exact same thing that I had been saying. I mean, you all not understand. I'm the one with the connections here. I'm the one that's got the stroke on the internet. Okay, not dealer, not Colt, but me. I've got the stroke around here. So I mean, just trust me. That ray tracing is overrated. It is. So it's not that it won't make a difference, but it won't do what HDR did. So
So wait a minute. So the whole time people were speculating so much and trying to turn it to a fact when it's technically they had no knowledge of it whatsoever.
yep.
And the people from the actual company call them out.
Well, the
Pretty
people from the
much
company confirmed a lot of stuff
confirmed.
today. Yeah.
So they just came out and damn.
Yeah. The guy come out on stage and said that ray tracing is not a wide adapted thing right now. I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but that's what he said.
So see, that's what I'm talking about. Why make up all this stuff? Okay, so you need to take away their YouTube channels too. Just take them away. Cause just take them away. I'm already like really surprised that certain companies has promoted people's YouTube channels who are giving out false information. That's kind of troublesome.
Does PS-5 have a second chiplet for hardware ray tracing? Um, well, I mean, you can go back to what AMD has a solution for the hardware ray tracing as far as the frame rate drops. He mentioned that today too. I mean, Mr. Wang pulled out his Wang, and people were like, "Well, this guy Wang is real confident." I'm like, "Well, if your last name is Wang, you're gonna be real confident." He ain't talking about Wang Chung either. There was no dance hall days. He didn't say everybody had fun tonight. Everybody Wang Chung tonight. So it just y'all have to go. I mean, I put the link in the description. Go to about the 43-minute mark. Go 43 to 55 minutes. Just listen to that. Just listen to that. So we'll have to wait and see. So, but if it has a chiplet, that may explain why you're seeing so many different T-flop combinations. I was saying this on the podcast the other day, and people were like, "Well, no, you're speculating, yeah." So, like I said, those dudes are moist as hell. I mean, they're moist. I mean, all there is to, I mean, they took a major L today. Like Tron says, they should take away their channel. Look, you can be either you can talk about the RDNA 2 because that's been confirmed. We can talk about pulling out because everybody's pulling out, and then we can talk about some other things. You can talk about ray tracing because that's been confirmed.
I have a question.
Uh oh.
Do you think Comic Con is still going to be a thing, or they're going to cancel that?
In Cali?
Just anywhere.
Well, we're
New
having a
York,
con here.
Cali.
We're having a Toy Con and a Comic Con. March, I think it's March 26th.
Well, since
yeah, don't put game trailers in timeout. He's here because I'm his messiah.
Yeah, don't
and
put
he's
him in the
here.
corner.
He's fine.
Quit
Yeah.
telling him to go look at the corner.
Yeah. I may make him a mod and then strip you all of your mods. I may make him a mod, so you know. There's nothing he can do or say to hurt his messiah. Okay, I'm like the Afghanistan Jesus coming out of the sky in my chariot,
What the hell?
in a cloud of whoop ass that to pick up all the little boys and girls. So now somebody says he thinks everything is shutting. Actually, look, that virus is slowing down in China. There's not as many contacts in China. It is over here in the United States though. It's over here whooping ass. Like that poor nursing home, was it in Seattle or somewhere on the West Coast? There's a
Yeah,
nursing home.
it was Seattle. It was Seattle. It was in yeah, it was in because I think you know what, and the one thing I noticed there was no close of like there's no temporary ban in Japan or Italy or Korea or any other place, and people were coming in not getting quarantined. So that's how it also spread. There you go. So
Mhm.
we're already seeing like Europe is not being literally shut down. Like they're
Yeah,
still an operational.
yeah. A competitive said that comic book fans don't wash. Well, that technically you're not
And he's
wrong.
right. I hate to say it, but
Yeah.
he's right because I've been to conventions before, and people smell like straight up ass. Their breath stink, their hair stink. Some of those, if they did take a bath, it might be just they just pour water on their head and said, "Hey, I'm hot."
Yeah, I've been to two cons and it can get pretty bad. That's
Oh
where the
my
term
gosh,
the
don't
big
get me
sweaty
started.
comes from. That's where the term big sweaty comes from.
Yeah, and not and what makes it worse, like when you go to these if you go to like certain conventions, maybe even small conventions. Sadly, you think a small conventions could be safe?
Mm-hmm.
No, no, that's worse. They're there because they're on a budget, and it makes it really bad. Like I remember I taught this one cosplayer. He did a good job of cosplayer, but when he opened his mouth, oh man, me and another me and his, we had I was thinking I was another friend, and we
Mm-hmm.
just sit there. We were just smiling and nodding, even though his breath stink really bad.
Oh, now I love. Look at how the XBOTS are in the chat arguing with each other. I mean, isn't that wonderful? So yeah, I put that on Twitter. I said XBOTS are arguing in my chat room right now. Oh my goodness. So now are you now is Grand Blue Fantasy out right now, or is it
Yeah, the Versus game is out. They
okay?
just unlock it two DLC characters,
Mm-hmm.
and so we're gonna have some more. No, man, say where. I mean, they're gonna have some more new characters coming out. Because I already know what the other characters. I already know what they look like, but is actually pretty cool because this game is actually Side Game's first fighting game.
Mm-hmm.
And they're working with the same published by the same company who did a lot of the Guilty Gear fighters and
Oh, okay.
stuff like
Wow.
that. So
Wow.
so it's sort of like this is their first actual console game, and it's selling pretty well in Japan. It's sold very well. It was one of the top fire games. It was one of the second top fire games.
Well, Tron, somebody wants to know how many internals do you? How far is your grid? I don't know what that means. So
What?
yeah, I don't know what that means.
Oh, this
So,
just
so now they're arguing about Halo 5 and Forza Horizon 4. I love it. So are you still there, Tron? Tron?
yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. So yeah, they're talking about Forza 4. I mean, I play Forza 4. It's I don't know what my score is.
My last time playing Forza was actually at a game back then where Microsoft used to have like the little demos
Yeah.
at GameSpot,
Mm-hmm.
not GameSpot. Why is it GameSpot? At GameStop, and they would have little demos back in the days. They don't have them anymore, but they used to have all that stuff, and I used to play demos right there, and those were like the best way to play it because you're in the store and you could like, hey, that game is amazing on this console. I'll buy it because I played a little demo of it. I want to play more. That's what a game should have been all about, because that's all I remember. How we all view games. We just tried it out, and first time doesn't matter if you download it to your game or you got. You guys remember getting the disc with another game and you get a
Hmm.
free one, a free demo.
Oh
That's
yeah.
what I remember coming out. Yeah, so
Hmm.
they did that with the PC part. PC had that too. So now they kind of charge you if you want to play if you want to play a demo of a game. You know, there were because that whole thing with Fallout 76 where they were charging people $10 to actually to access pretty much play a demo. You know, it was that was not okay.
I remember the
So
demo.
I'm
I remember demos though. We just to yeah,
I,
that was some of my favorite days playing demos, like this Final Fantasy demo. So,
jeez, Monster Hunter 2,000 hours of Monster Hunter? Are you serious?
wow.
I
I mean, I can't.
mean,
That's probably how many hours I have in Mass Effect, like all the Mass Effect games. So, wow. That's why I'm not mocking. I'm like, wow, he's a big Monster Hunter fan. So shout out to
yeah,
him.
that's the one who's a Monster Hunter fan. Like,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. And Tron, they said it's attractive to hear a young lady talking about gaming. But she's not only talking about gaming, she's talking about pulling out and footlongs and all that stuff here. So she's just all over tonight. See, it's early for her out there. It's like 9 o'clock. So
Dude, I play Grand Blue, but Grand Blue is also on the mobile game. That's how I started liking the game. It was
mhm.
on mobile. I found it by accident.
Yeah, well, you haven't played the other one. You haven't played the Grand Red one yet, have
There's no Grand Red, there's only Grand Blue.
you? There's a Grand Red, I'm telling you. It's on Switch and Xbox. I mean, yeah, they're
Oh my
you're right, Jay Swolls. So they're arguing about uh, is the most talk. What did you say? Y'all arguing is the most talk those games have had in months. That's true. They're over here buttery as hell. I mean, they're both over here buttering the biscuits. So, but hey, that's fine. They can go at it. So the Xbox community on full display, as you all can see. So I like to ask about that Series X. I mean, what this gaming trailers think that the 12T flops is going to do for Series X? So let's ask them a gaming question. So what?
butter biscuits.
It's
Butter
butter
biscuits.
biscuits. It's
Butter
Butta
biscuits.
apostrophe.
Oh, butter biscuits.
Yeah.
God damn. Oh, I know you put some syrup on those butter biscuits too. So there you go.
I haven't tried that yet. Let's see if these guys answer my question though. So for the Xbox guys in the chat, what are you expecting out of Series X now that you have the specs? Yeah, no games, but what are you expecting? So,
Look, to be honest, the Xbox has games. It's just not games that they want to play. That's pretty much what people. That's what I was talking about earlier. People talk about games that are popular, not what's really out there.
I don't disagree. So do the Xbox Series X doing your taxes? No, it won't. It will not do your taxes. So
If it's not going to do my taxes, I don't want it.
yeah, I mean it's Oh, Tron, have you played the Final Fantasy 7 demo yet?
Uh, uh
Does that mean no?
no, not right now.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I really don't want to get it, and I don't want to play it because to be honest with you, I don't want to play that one as a demo because I know I like Final Fantasy games,
Mm-hmm.
but I wish it was Final Fantasy six. Was
Really?
I wish it was Final Fantasy six was a remake. You know, Final Fantasy seven we already knew, but uh, you gotta think about it, it's like I wish it was six. Um, Me and other people were talking about eight should have been on the list. I
Mm-hmm.
think nine also should be on the list because nine was still going towards the original lore.
I agree.
So I like nine. It was like everybody was chibi for. It was still one of my ultimate. It was still one of my favorites. Nine was still one of my favorites.
Really? It's actually my favorite, but I haven't played seven. Everybody keeps telling me seven is the goat.
Seven is you know what seven just reminds me of. You remember in the '90s we talked about a lot of environmental issues. We talk
Mm-hmm.
about saving the planet and stuff. Seven is just a rehash of what we talked about, like the Captain Planet of Final Fantasy Seven. Is yeah, Final Fantasy Seven is like Captain Planet, but genetic testing on super soldiers. There we go.
Ah.
There you go. That's the best way to describe it. Final Fantasy Seven is not bad. I'm getting it, but
Well, I'll shout out to William Wilderbeest. All right, brother, no problem. I thought I already had you blue, but I guess I didn't. So the other people are looking forward to Series X. Guys, that's fine. I'm just asking you, what do you guys? No, I like Final Fantasy 10. See, I beat 8, 9, 10, 10 2, and 13. I think there was a 13 2, but I never beat that. So that I have my
Final
feeling.
Fantasy.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think I beat seven, of course. I play a little bit. I play six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, and of course 14 as the online game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I haven't. I didn't play Final Fantasy 15 because it wasn't my interest, and it didn't interest me because I like more the medieval looking. I don't like modern. I don't really like the modern style of
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy. Like the one we saw in Final Fantasy 15, that was too modern for me. um, 13, I didn't really too much care for 13.
Yeah. No, it's 13. I thought was good. Um, and I hadn't played them in a while. And but yeah, so me 10 and 10 too. Final Fantasy 10. My God. I mean,
Yeah,
that was.
We know Final Fantasy game trailers. We know Final Fantasy remake is coming to the Xbox. Just make sure we know that.
Yeah, just
So
make sure you buy it when it gets there. Don't talk
yeah,
about
just
it.
buy it.
Buy
Just
it and play
support.
it.
Listen, some of you Xbox dudes support the Japanese games. Just support them.
Mm-hmm.
Don't brag about it. Support it. Support those games because if you want to prove Japan wrong about how they because don't get me wrong, I have been hearing like Japan really doesn't too much care for the Xbox, so you guys got to prove them wrong.
Yeah.
Buy their stuff so they can see people actually buying it. It helps marketing for getting new games coming to the Xbox. Like you guys had the 360 had some Japanese games,
Yeah,
but
there's
when it
some
came
good
to the
games.
Xbox, yeah, they had Japanese games. There were good ones.
Mm-hmm.
I only, I was playing with my friend's house, so I played most of her 360 games at her house. So it's like I didn't have a 360 at the time. I still got my PlayStation 3, but you gotta support them because they're not gonna keep popping out games for Japanese games on the Xbox if you guys are not playing them.
Yeah, and there's only so much money Phil's going to be able to throw at those studios and put those games.
Exactly.
Are you guys playing the Yakuza games? Aren't all the Yakuza games on Game Pass? You all should be playing those. So I mean, that's all I can say. I mean, shout out to you guys being here and in the chat. I mean, I know you all are getting over that RDNA 2. That hardware-based ray tracing is now being confirmed by AMD. So there's no more getting around it. There's no more lying to yourselves. I mean, that T flop count when Sony puts that
Oh,
out, that's gonna hurt you too. So,
one more thing.
oh
Game
baby,
trailers. I have to say, Final Fantasy. The first game that actually that's Final Fantasy based was Final Fantasy 13. Was actually the first Final Fantasy game on the Xbox.
and it sold
There
terribly.
was that was it. It was Final Fantasy 13 was their first one.
Mhm.
Most of the Final Fantasy games that ever came on, the first one came on the Nintendo, and then later on when Final Fantasy 7 came on the not the Xbox, came on the PlayStation. So over time, Square Enix has been supporting both Nintendo and PlayStation most of the generations.
Yeah, yeah, they just now moved to Xbox, so you guys have to buy the game.
Yeah, they just recently started supporting Xbox, and so yes, Phil is throwing money at Square Enix to bring some games there, but it still isn't enough. They still have trouble selling certain games on certain platforms. So,
They said the
but
Xbox
that's
are
also
mad as hell.
don't worry about them. Everyone's mad.
Yeah,
Everybody's mad.
they're always mad.
I'm not gonna really shame. I'm not like there's a difference between. That's why I said in both groups there's a difference between being a fan of something and being a fan girl or boy
Yeah,
because you're more when you're a fan of something you gear toward you kind of like you like playing what you love. When you come up as a fan, you're obsessed with it and you're just more aggressive, like a gatekeeping. You're more gatekeeper when you're a fanboy or fangirl. So the problem is there's too many gatekeeping in the gaming community. That's what's causing so much, friction between the groups.
yeah.
And that's why they're mad because Microsoft has always been known to been first of everything, first to get the games coming out, first to get the demos, first to get any type of recognition. Because if you look at the PlayStation 3, it didn't really get a lot of recognition until later on
Yeah.
when they start selling. So, and I have talked to this with other people, and we all talked about the same thing. Because when Don Matrix was there, he was making sure Xbox 360 got everything first. So that's why you saw more games on there. But later on, it just became more geared towards PlayStation 3, and we see right now PlayStation 4 has been on the top. It's at the top right now. For now, we don't know how it's gonna work later on in the next gen.
Yeah. Yeah, impatient. I was going to talk about that tomorrow, but about the lifetime unit sales at 41 million. Yeah, that if that's true, that is trash. If that's true for this generation, 41 million is trash. I'm sure they've sold more than that. I'm sure they've shipped about 52 million, but they've only sold about 40 million. But that's trash if that's true though. That's all I can say. That is straight trash.
Are you seriously?
That's what I'm saying. I got to research that number again. But I heard the
If I
same
recall,
thing.
there's also 13 verses, 13 the Final Fantasy 13 2.
Yeah.
And how much did that sell? Like you have to really not sit here and really you have to really think about like are people really buying? Just like what's that one called Kathleen? Yeah, Kathleen. That's her name.
Mm-hmm.
Catherine, that game, Catherine.
Yeah.
That was Catherine was on the Xbox 360, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why did they not bring full body to the Xbox 360? 360, sorry, Xbox One X. So I noticed that like you guys had to buy this stuff. Buy the games on Xbox. Please buy the Japanese games on Xbox. Support them. That's clean, that's clean Square Enix. If I don't know other Japanese companies on there besides Capcom, Konami. Well, I don't know Konami. Konami right now is on my shit list. I can't really say whether they may come now. whatever Japanese company who you guys can support, it'd be kind of fun. Not the top ones, just Sega. Of course, Sega has been really, really, really under Microsoft's pockets right now. They're really in Microsoft pockets, so support their games that's coming out from Sega as well. So just you got to prove people wrong. That's the whole thing. Don't just argue about specs. Prove people wrong by playing fucking games. There you go. Solve the problem.
Yeah, I don't disagree. That would solve, I think, a lot of the issues. But for some reason, the community doesn't seem to understand it. But I am going to jump off here because it's like 12:20 my time.
It's around 9 my time.
I know I hate you guys out there. So, but shout out to everybody who was able to join. Yeah, Lightning Returns was trash, and that sounds like it would be trash. So I mean,
Was it really that
I don't know. I didn't play it.
bad?
So I hold on, wait a minute. Was that X2? Was that called Lightning Returns? Because I beat X2, but X2 was a straight sequel. But I just thought it was just called Final Fantasy X2. It may have been called X2 Lightning Returns. But
Game trailers, you're not helping your case.
I don't
pretty
think
much
he's
not
that.
helping the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, bragging
You're not
about
helping your
chips
case
is
right now.
I just don't get it. That's like you saying, Craig, here's a bag of Chips Ahoy. The first thing I'm gonna say is, well, where's the milk? Well, I ain't got none. Well, then what are you giving me this for? That's what I would say. It wasn't as bad. It wasn't
Stop
bad.
bleeding green for the con. Look, I'm just saying, like, I'm just telling. That's the only reason why I'm just just sorry about that. Just start supporting this. Just support the games. Stop bitching about if Sony gets the game first or Nintendo gets the game first or PC.
Yeah.
Just go out and just support the games on the Xbox. You see results later on.
Yeah, it takes time. They have to see what you guys are going to do. So, yeah. So yeah, it's
Hey, I'm just trying to be nice today. I could just cuss out people, but I'm being.
Oh shoot. Well, yeah, don't be doing that.
Oh no, I'm in the mood.
Yeah. Uh-oh. But you're in a mood to be in a good mood or in a bad mood.
No, I'm in the mood to cuss people out, but I said I was gonna be nice today.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I'm glad you were.
Yeah, it's like you can't I think we're going to close this out, but I just want to
Yeah.
say it's like every time you tell people one thing, they just feel like it comes out the other ear,
Mm.
and it's not saying that I'm not saying that you're not bad. Like eh, it's kind of hard to you have to be nice, but you can't really be nice. It's like I sugarcoat things, but at the same time, I'm just like these guys really don't get it. You I just had to run with one of the Xbox fanboys just recently, and he just made me really think how stupid the group really is, and it made me really just you know what? I'm not going to talk to y'all no more.
Yeah.
I posted it, I kind of it just made me it just hit me with reality. I had to take 3 days away you know from Twitter just because of that.
Yeah, see, I usually like when I work, I'll just kind of come home and peruse Twitter, and then I don't really do a whole lot. But like tonight, I'm like, wait a minute. I mean, I wanted to come home and watch the AMD conference. That's all I was going to do. I just came in. I'm like, well, let me see what the notifications are, and I knew about the Ghost of Tsushima thing. I'm like, well, I'll just talk about that tomorrow morning before I get up and go to the bank. And but then when I saw that RDNA thing, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, no, I'm gonna talk about this now. This is just too big not to talk about. So, yeah, but yeah. So, but I love the fact that they confirmed the RDNA too. So that's all I can say. Yeah. But yeah, we'll close it on out, guys. We're gonna get on off here. I'm going to go to bed, and that way I can wake up
All
tomorrow good and
right.
strong and go and pay the man and And
Wait, are you off today or was off yesterday? Are
I
you
am
off
off
tomorrow?
today,
Sorry.
and I'm working
Oh,
Saturday for a little while, so I get to get up early and go do some
okay.
stuff. So
All right.
then I'll be gaming all
Okay,
Saturday
that's cool.
evening, Sunday, Monday.
All right.
Well, shout
You
yourself out, Tron Tron. We're gonna get out of here.
this is your stuffed up robot. Yeah.
Well, there you
But
go.
I'll be better next week. Don't worry. Next week I'll be a lot better. It's just that, I just got hit with the with a gust of wind in my area. So, um yeah, I'll be back with my voice again, and I don't know how I sound. I really don't know how I sound online
Mm-hmm.
right now, but people say I sound. Oh, I sound like really. Although, sorry, I'm not trying to cough here, so I'm trying to, I'm trying to stay better. I'm just, uh, yeah, I have to take a break every now and then.
Yeah, we all have to chill out for a while every once in a while. But all right then, guys, we're gonna get on off here. This is the Messiah of Xbox. I'm gonna jump on off here. Thanks to Tron Tron for jumping on, and we will talk to you later.